let's go.
Thank you, dear.
Lovely.
Cool. I'll never eat all this, will I?
Well, you might not, but eat what you can.
Blimey. That's like cow pie, it looks like. It's toad in the hole, actually.
Yeah.
Like Desperate Dan, you know.
Yeah.
We had Gwen's funeral on Wednesday, Rupert.
Oh, yeah. How did
Yeah,
it go?
It did go. We were. I don't mean surprised, but it really went well. You know, everything sort of went in place.
Yeah, it went
and
fine, yeah.
we had
Well,
a
you're not on it, are you?
celebrant. Don't know. We had a celebrant.
You need to switch
Yeah,
your
gonna-
camera around a bit.
From Julie's house, because Gwen used to live just round the corner from Julie.
Yeah.
And so Julie said, "Can we pass by Gwen's house?" Which was rather nice because she'd lived there about 60 years.
Wow.
And they got out
60 years.
and bowed down, you know, at the house, and that was quite a nice touch, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we
because
Shirley's
lost her
mum, Mary, she died on the 18th of December.
Oh, did
Oh,
she?
6 days after Gwen.
Yeah, and the funeral was on when it was 18th, I think, of January, or 12th was I can't remember now.
Did
But
it
that
go
was
all right?
that was really good because Mary's grandson Dan did the eulogy, you know, the whole thing. He did the
Oh, yeah.
he was the celebrant, and he was very good. And in this crematorium that they got this screen up so you could have screen. And what they do is, if you put together a whole package of black and white photos, they'll do them as a slideshow with music
That's nice.
about their life, and that was fantastic. That was just amazing.
Yeah. Strangely enough, Gwen lost a sister and a sister-in-law all in December.
Oh wow,
And
yeah,
the sister-in-law's
December is.
funeral was after Gwen's at the same place and everything.
Oh wow.
Strange.
Well, an artist friend of mine died beginning of December. Ray Loveday. He was a brilliant guy. He was an old hippie who was 88,
Yeah.
and he was just so much fun. And he used to the exhibition that I put my work into. He used to always do sort of fresh work. Yeah. So
The old artist who used to live above me, old Bob, I don't know if you met him.
yeah.
Bob Ash.
Yeah.
He used to go around collecting graffiti off toilet walls, and when he died, he had a huge exercise book full of them, and they were brilliant. I wish I'd grabbed
Yeah,
that.
you should have kept that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna next year when I'm 70, I'm gonna do a few sort of. I know it's stealing from the young, but I'm gonna do a bucket list for next year, and I'm gonna do some self-publishing. I'm gonna put on a play, put on a poetry reading. What else was it? And an exhibition, all in the space of 3 months, if I can.
Good idea.
There might be something in it for you, Keith. There might be.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it'd be really good. I thought, well, you know, it's so difficult now to get plays and that on, and you know, best will in the world, even somewhere like Norwich, although it has a sort of quite a vibrant art scene in one way, you know, the kinds of things that they're going to put on, unless you do it yourself, is very staid, very, very predictable, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So it's quite difficult. I mean, I did propose to a playwright here that what they should do is set up a kind of like new writing thing for just to put on little plays and that. But you know, that needs money to put on, you know. So,
The lighting bloke's got to be paid, and the props men have got to be paid.
yeah. I mean, having put that on at the garage, the 2 plays that we did, you can understand why, because they responsibilities like rigging the lights, coming down, computerizing it all, making sure they've got the cues ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a big job. So I understand that side of it, I really do, but unless you can get funding from somewhere or crowdfund or something like that,
Yeah.
it's
You can't afford
you
to
know
do it, can you?
no. I mean, basically, I have started resending out plays and things. You've got you just it's just a you know a potluck, and then you've got to contend with. I mean, there's this really good podcast um, that is Arts Council funded, which puts on short plays. And I looked at the latest one, and it went, this is a really right on play. And it opens with the line something like, gardening is like sex. And I thought, no, it isn't. And even if you've got a character who thinks like that, why would you even bother with them?
I know.
It's pathetic, So I don't know. I just, and everybody wants to be funny and jolly and ha 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 all the time. And quite honestly, the world isn't quite as what it was like that. I don't know.
I always have this rather pie in the sky idea of doing what Shakespeare's lot did. You just turn up anywhere, hang a sheet up in a courtyard and say, right, this is Venice and this is...
Yeah. That's much the best way. I actually, no, I'm not religious, but I actually, at Christmas, because I've been saying this all along, I found this little natural amphitheatre.
Oh, yeah.
And said I should do that. But when I was walking past a church, there's a big car park, a public car park, and I noticed a stage, just a very flimsy sort of stage up, and they were doing the nativity outside for all passers-by and that, and they had this angel on what they call them, Harley Davidson, tearing up, and they had all these kids wandering about, and I just thought this is brilliant because nobody had to worry about COVID and all that. And they got given, they said, now, because I was just passing, and he says, now put your hands in your goodie bag, all you children, and take out the dishcloth that's in there and the rubber band. And they all put these dishcloths on their head with the rubber band. They're all shepherds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at least you're doing something. I mean, if you're going like a church, you're going out to try and get people in the door. That's a brilliant way of doing it.
Sounds like a revival of the days of the miracle play,
Yeah, and I like all that. I don't like when it's formalized, but when it's like something happens, it's fantastic. Yeah. And I think that's really good. But the only problem with that is then if you take it entirely out of the theatre, eventually it comes back to money again. It's a real contradiction, because if you're playwriting, which is what I want to do most of the time, there isn't anything around here. Meaning that virtually the whole of East Anglia, it's projects or it's bits and pieces. It's funny stuff, identity politics. Yeah, I understand that. That's all right. But for anything that's sort of difficult and dark, there's only one place, London. That's the only place there is that'll put them on. Or Manchester or Glasgow or something. But that's it. It's very small. You're talking a very small places to go now. You know what I mean? There isn't that sort of that they must have had in the 70s. Yeah.
But I suppose with COVID, Rupert, it's a good idea to start doing things outside.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful idea. I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about this poetry reading, there is a wonderful place for it, but I'm not sure they open on a Saturday. It's this big old shoe factory that they've converted into like offices, and you can hire out space, and it's quite cheap. It's not expensive.
Is it Bally Shoe?
No, it isn't. No, that's Asda now. That's an Asda.
Oh, right.
Blimey.
No, this is in the town, and it used to be an old shoe factory. But one of the rooms that they've got actually leads out onto the main balcony overlooking the city.
Cool.
And I just thought,
That
yeah,
sounds-
this is great. This is perfect, you know. But I don't know if it's open. There are a couple of other places that are really good too. But yeah, it's just finding the place, you know, and making sure, you know, get a fair deal for it.